corruption. He's the people's lawyer. Join me in welcoming Tom Devore.
My good friend Mr. Porter says, this is the crowd, you can go up there, and he says, just give it to him. I said, all right. I got a question for y'all. You had enough yet? Yeah. Have you had enough? I'm serious. Have you had enough? Yeah. Last 2.5 years, I've been helping the people of this state fight a tyrant. And they always say, Tom, what's the law say? Explain to me the law. And I said, let me tell you something. I can sing you a sonnet about what the law says, but if the people aren't willing to stand up, it doesn't matter. The appearance of power is just as persuasive as power itself. And I'm here to tell you that there's been a straw man at the helm for the last 2.5 years, pretending that he has power that he doesn't have. You're not going to get me started on the media yet. Our platform's real simple. Crime, corruption, and the Constitution. I'll just pick one. Let's start with the Constitution. What is it? It's a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper, you guys. You take that piece of paper, you crumble it up, and you throw it on the floor. Does it change anything? No. Where is the Constitution? Where does it live? Right here. You've had a governor of this state for the better part of his whole term rule over you with executive power he doesn't have.
Exactly right.
He got away with it for a while. Do you know how many times he actually went to court with that executive power and really tried to do anything? Let's talk about closing businesses. How many small business owners do you know that were destroyed in the last 2.5 years? Do you know how many times he took a business to court and actually said, my executive authority is closing you down? How many times do you think that happened? 0. It was all a facade. But fear was controlling people. I am here to tell you, as sure as I'm breathing, you make me Attorney General, and that executive power is going to go away. Because I will be, unlike our current Attorney General, no governor's lapdog. And Kwame Raoul has done nothing but whatever Governor Pritzker's wanted him to do. I told some people yesterday, they were talking to me about, well, did the governor have the power, Tom, or didn't he have the power? I said, let me tell you something. Let's say that we're going to be middle of the road and say it's a fair question as to whether or not he had the power. It wasn't. He didn't have it. But let's say it's a fair question. Ladies and gentlemen, if there's ever a fair question between something the governor is doing as it impacts the people, you never go against the people, ever. And that's where that man made a mistake. He went against the people. It's not how it works. There's masks. They're not wearing them now, are they? Oh, that's right. It was the facts and science. The governor lifted his mandate. It's nonsense. You have a Governor Bailey. You have who you're going to have. But let's say you have a Governor Pritzker. Whoever the governor is, for the Attorney General's perspective, doesn't matter. The rule of law will be followed.
That's right.
You are an executive officer. You are not king.
That's right.
The people are in charge.
That's right.
The people are in charge. 250 some years ago, we said we self-govern.
That's right.
And that's how it's going to be in the state of Illinois if you make me Attorney General.
That's right.
Now let's talk about crime. Crime. The people of our urban areas are scared. They're scared to leave their houses. How are they ever to have opportunity and to succeed in this great state if they're scared to leave their house? Kim Fox is a lapdog of George Soros. She's not prosecuting. The criminals, if you go there and spend enough time, which I've had the opportunity to do with my friend Mr. Porter, the criminals laugh. They're like, they'll even ask, well, what county are we in? Are we in DuPage? Are we in Cook? Because if they're in Cook, they're like, well, nothing going to happen to us. What does Kwame Raoul do? Nothing. You think he's going to go against the Democratic machine? No. You make me Attorney General, and if Kim Fox won't prosecute him, I will. And she better get the prosecuting, or we'll figure out a way to prosecute her. Public corruption. We're famous for that too, aren't we? Any of you ever read recently about Thornley Gate? The media doesn't talk about it. Mr. Bishop, if he's here, he's the only one that talked about it. The rest of you ought to be ashamed of yourselves. The documents themselves prove workman's compensation fraud. It's not even a question. The governor's name is on the documents. Ms. Thornley filed a workman's compensation disability claim saying that she worked for the governor's office and the governor was her supervisor. And she received $70,000 of benefits based upon that application, and she never worked for him. The Division of Insurance Fraud Investigation Unit said it's the clear case of fraud, and we'll refer it for prosecution if we believe that it'll be prosecuted. Why wouldn't it be prosecuted? Because you know who pushed that fraudulent claim through? Ann Spillane from the governor's office. Attorney General Raoul has been asked about that a couple of times, and he lied on the camera, said that he referred it to the appellate prosecutor. The appellate prosecutor said, we don't know what you're talking about. We don't do work comp fraud. We've never done it. That's your case. Kwame Raoul says, I got a conflict. He doesn't have a conflict. If he had a conflict, he would file a request with the court to appoint the appellate prosecutor, but he's not done that because he'd have to explain what the conflict is. You can't say, well, my conflict is the governor's office will be implicated, and politically it wouldn't be very good for me. That's the truth. Every public official that's been indicted or investigated in the recent history has been from the federal government, not from the state. That nonsense needs to end. If we cannot, as I said with the crime, get it under control, and if we can't get people to believe again that our government works for them and get rid of this corruption, we can't move forward. You make me Attorney General, I don't care if you're independent, Democrat, Republican, whatever party. If you commit acts of public misconduct, the people of the state of Illinois, through your Attorney General's office, will prosecute them directly. I don't care who you know. I don't care how much money you got. You will be held to account to the people of this state. You want to take this state back? You take a guy like me that came from nothing to standing on this stage on your behalf. I don't care about the politicians. I don't care about the special interest. I care about the people, and I will bring the people's voice back in this state. You put me in that office. Thank you.